Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode on SAP UI5 and Fiori training. By far in last two episodes, we have discussed about how to create our Web ID installation in our local machine or using the SAP Web ID in the full stack. Also in the last session, we talked about the concept of creating our first HTML page. We talked about what is HTML, the history of HTML. And we've also discussed the interview question like the difference between HTML and HTML5. We've also started discussing the differences between UI5 and HTML5, and we will be elaborating more on this in coming days. Then we discussed about the syntax of HTML page. How does it look like? How can you use HTML? And we also talked about some very important funda forks on HTML, like browsers understand HTML directly. HTML is a tree data structure, and the runtime representation of that tree data structure is known as DOM. And we can also see that runtime structure by pressing F12 key on our keyboard, which opens up the browser's developer toolbar. We saw some hacking tips on the HTML side, and we also understood that there is nothing like magic. Anything which you want to see on the UI, you have to code for it, and that's when you're going to get the desired results. Then there was an exercise which was given to all of you. And finally, we talked about the client server architecture. So this is what all was being done in the previous classes. Those who are joining us for the first time, I would strongly recommend you to please go back and review the videos of last two class so you can accordingly also understand the discussion from coming classes. It's okay if you have not gone through those videos till now, but it's your time that you must today go through those old videos, last two videos, for sure, without missing up further classes, and then you can be regular along with others. So now it's time that we go back and first look at review our exercise. Thank you so much for overwhelming response. Many of you have sent me the exercise. What I've also done is your solutions are uploaded in our training blog. So let me just quickly go back and show you our training blog once again, where your solution is also now up to date. So many of you have given me solution, and I appreciate all of your hard work giving that solution. So others can also go and check their solution in the solution folder here. So you see there's a solution folder, and daily as and when I'm completing classes, the class PPT and including the projects are getting uploaded here. You can always find them over here. Those who are not able to see this section, please check there is some problem in your drive.google.com. So there is a Google Drive issue in your system, maybe due to you are connected with multiple Google accounts. That could be the reason, or just refresh the cache if you're not able to see this section in the system. Let's move on now. So time for our exercise. So I'm going to go back and quickly show you how can we complete that exercise. So I'm going to come back and let's create. Already we have a list, unordered list here. And now I want to just wrap around our li tags with an anchor. So watch out here. Just put an anchor with an href tag, HTTP reference, and just wrap up your anchor around these li tags. That's all what we wanted to do. And then each list item will become clickable. That's it, guys. That's it. That was it, exercise. And now you have to put the video URLs. So I'm going to go back for UI5, copy video URL from Anubhav trainings, paste it here, then come back for Fiori security, copy video URL from Fiori security launchpad. Going to put that here. We're going to come back and copy URL for ABAP on HANA, and just going to put that over here. And then cloud integration, SAP cloud integration, customer experience. No, that's not the one. We want SAP HCI, SAP cloud integration. There you go. Copy that video URL and put that over here. Fantastic. So that's our exercise. Now we're just going to run this file as usual. And I'm just going to copy and put it here in another window. And you will get, so hardly it take about 5 minutes to complete the exercise. And you see now we've got these clickable list items, and I can click on Launchpad, And there you go. It takes us to the launchpad video on YouTube. Fantastic. So that's about the exercise, the solution from my end. You can compare this one. Also, you can check the solution posted by your colleagues into the drive. All right. Now coming back. So we were discussing about sending a request from the browser. So as I told you, the request response architecture, whenever a client wants to connect to the server, they will make a request. Okay. First time it goes via the DNS. It identifies the address, the domain address based on the domain IP mapping. And then it hits the server based on its physical address, which is an IP address. Now, once the server does the processing, for example, you type facebook.com, the Facebook homepage will be sent to you as a response back. And then later on you will enter your username password, then a request will again be sent, and the Facebook validates that username password and sends back the response to you accordingly. So we have variety of requests: get, put, post, delete, and these are all what makes your CRUD operations: create, read, update, delete operation. And then we also saw there were 3 techniques by which you can make a call to a server. So let's understand how can we use form submit to just make a call today to our server. So in this case, server is going to be anubhavtrainings.com. We're going to make a call to anubhavtrainings.com as our server. So let's come back. Now what I'm going to do is this whole thing, this whole guy, I'm going to put under a form tag. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to cut and paste this entire thing over here. Nice. So that becomes my form tag. And now under the form here, what we say is we will just put an action. What is an action? Action will tell on which website the request will be made. So we will put https www.anubhavtrainings.com. So hey, whenever user click on this submit button, a request will be made to this particular website, and that's what this form element will do. And this is the technique which is called form submit. Now you can come back and watch out what will happen. Before even we do that, maybe I just also add here, let's say your first name and your last name. Enter your last name. And let's say these 2 fields I'm putting. Now guys, also very important funda fox. Let me just tell you the funda fox here once again about HTML. Every HTML element will have a unique ID. Yes, very good. Every HTML element on the page can have a unique identifier property, which is known as ID. Exactly. So every HTML element will have a unique identifier property. For it, it's called ID. So what is an ID? It usually identifies every HTML element uniquely. For example, for this gentleman, I can put an ID and I will say Anubhav. Now at the same time here, this gentleman, I can also put an ID, but don't repeat this. This is a problem. This is a violation. Okay. Because ID means uniquely identify. Suppose there are 2 twin brother working in the same team, same company. They both are twin brothers. So they both born on the same date. Yeah. They both are having same father name, mother name, house address, same team name. How do you differentiate these 2 brothers? You can answer in chat window. How do you differentiate these 2 brothers in the company? Their face is same. They live at same address. Father name is same. They born on the same date. Their names are fortunately also same. How do you differentiate them? How do you differentiate these 2 brothers? Their names are also same, let's say. How do you differentiate these 2? Exactly. They will have different employee ID. Exactly. That's the point. Similarly here, all these HTML element can have a unique ID. That's how we uniquely differentiate them. So this is incorrect because I put the same ID Anubhav at both places. All right. So that's why we just change this to Abroy. This is how you can put a unique ID. The significance of putting unique ID, I will tell you later. Okay, right now just understand there is a ID property which you can put for every element which uniquely identifies each element. The web ID tool is not meant for building websites. That's why web ID tool is not telling you the error. Okay, the web ID tool is not meant for building websites, web applications. That's why it's not telling you error. Also, web ID will never give you code completion on control space. In most of the programming language, control space is used for code completion. Web ID will not give you that because it's not made. It was not built for building the web applications. It was built for creating UI5 application, Fiori application. So that's why it does not really give you support in terms of HTML with code completion. Now coming back, let's say also we have a name property. Name can be same. That's fine. Okay. Name can be same. So both of them can have same name, Anubhav. But also second funda fox, we can also have name property, which is more semantic, explaining the purpose. The main thing is explaining the purpose of the UI element on the UI. So what is the purpose? So purpose of this thing is first name. That is more intuitive for you when you look at the DOM. The purpose of this is this one. ID can be too technical, ID can be like some number combination, random number. But this is something which explains the purpose. Then comes is last name. I just save this. So that's how the name property. Now another interesting thing is in order to send the data to server using form submit, we must provide name. ID is not required, but we must provide the name. Let me just show you now. I save this up. Let's come back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh and watch out now, guys, what will happen. So I come back. You see, this is our form below. Now, maybe I want to introduce a new line. Okay, enter your last name. They both are coming in same line. I want to introduce new line. So there is another tag called BR tag. It's called line break. We just add that BR tag. And now watch out. It will bring you a content in the new line. Okay, so we'll add two BR tags. So earlier it was coming in same line. Now watch out. I'm going to just refresh. Okay, I'm going to refresh our page and you will see that this is going to put my last name in the new line. Voila, you see it has got my last name field, but I want to put my label also in the new line. So I put the BR over here. And now let's come back, refresh. So you'll see our last name field will be put at a new line. Yes, there you go. So let's enter some values over here. I'm going to enter first name as, let's say, Anubhav, and I'll say Oberoi. And now I click on submit. So watch out what happens. So this data which I've entered where the field names are assigned will be now sent to my server. The server belongs to anubhavtrainings.com. Yeah. So now watch out when I click on submit, watch this. Wow, it's making a call to anubhavtrainings.com. And if you observe the URL carefully, it is passing your name and last name to the server. Everybody, are you clear? This is how we do form submit to send data to server. To send data to server, this is how we do. Now the challenge here is, suppose there was a password field. What it will do if there's a password field, it will actually put here the password field and it will show the password also actually, which is not good, which is not healthy programming, right? Nobody wants to put password in the URL, right? So that's why we changed the method of sending the data from get to post. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and send this method to post. When you do post, the data still will be sent, but it will be sent behind the scene. User cannot see the data in the URL. It will be sent behind the scene. So this is the post method. It is meant for sending large amount of data and the data more securely rather than getting it visible on the URL of the website. So this is called post request. So this is how you make it post request. I'm going to come back And let's refresh. And now you will see when I will again make a call, it will not show you the data on the top. Rather, it will be sent in the, rather you can observe that in the network call. So I press F12, go to network call. And now let's come down and enter the name again. And I will say Siksha Sharma. And now let me just click on the submit button. Watch out on the URL. Last time you were seeing those names. I click on submit, makes a call. Wow, you see unaboutrainings.com making call, but no more the URL parameters visible. And now here you see it has made a call, and in the request, in the network tab, you can see the request was made. It was a post request. Okay, and if you come down, you will see that data which we have sent is also visible here in the form data. This was your form data. So that is visible here in the behind the scene, but not at front of the user. Now, why it's giving forbidden? Because my server Anubhav Trainings is not supporting any post operation behind the scene. So guys, server also has to support. There is nothing like magic. Server should know how to deal with each type of request. So my server knows how to deal with get request, but my server does not know how to deal with post request. That's why you're getting forbidden here. Okay, because my server, I am not coded on the server side for post handling yet. I'm not coded. That's why you're getting this error, which is fine. But at least I hope you understand how to make a form request or form submit request from the client, from the browser directly. So that is how we make a post request. How system control if multiple form calls multiple destination. So the moment you click submit button, it will go to that destination. Exactly. So it's one-to-one mapping. One form can only map to one destination. It cannot map to multiple websites. So one form submit precisely map to one destination. Okay. If you do not mention the method, does it automatically use get? Perfect answer. Yes, your understanding is correct. When you not mention any method, like in this case, we mentioned the method as post, so it's making a post call. But if you don't mention, by default, it will be a get call. Okay. Okay. Now, on one page, can we have multiple forms? Yes, you can have thousands and billions of forms on one page. It is possible. You can do that. And each of them will point to different websites. Yeah, based on your need. Each of them can point to different sites. So that's what's about our call. Maybe I'll just switch it back to the get one, because at least you want to see some response, which is fine. So that was about form. The beauty of this approach. Now watch out, the beauty of this. Now you remember that this was a number field and we gave a number range as 5 and 10. Now if I enter a number which is out of that range, so I'm entering 20. Okay. So this is out of that range. Yesterday we gave the number range. If you remember, it was here. We coded this one. Now guys, again and again, I'm repeating, no copy paste of code. Don't touch copy paste of code. If you're doing copy paste of code in early days, you will lose the control. You will never be able to learn it properly, and never learn from those trainers who are teaching you copy paste. They are cheating you. They're not teaching you, because that's the way they hide the expertise which they're supposed to give it to you. And I would encourage each one of you to write every single line of code. No matter how much time it takes, you can be vulnerable, you can fail, which you will. And I appreciate when you fail, because this is your time to fail as many times as you want. Okay, extremely important. Please fail to get success. Please fail. There is nobody on this planet who got success without a failure. You have to fail multiple times, but when a failure comes, don't disappoint. Get up and head you up again and try to do it again. Trust me, success will be yours. This is why Anubhav is here at front of you, because I failed hundreds of times. I don't afraid of failures. So you should not be afraid of failures. Think like this. When you fail, think it as an opportunity that you will learn something good today. Trust me, your failures will turn into the biggest success. How does the label submit button when click me? So this come automatically. The moment we put the type as submit, it comes automatically. Okay, we didn't have to change it. All right, let's come back. So now I enter a wrong value which is out of the range. I click on submit button. Watch out. Voila. Can you see value must be less than or equal to 10? This is an error message which comes automatically and it stops your submit automatically. That's the beauty of HTML5. Another difference between HTML and HTML5, perfect interview question. What is the another benefit of HTML5? It will do automatic validation was done for the content before submit happens. This is an amazing power. You don't have to code extra to do those validation. System does it automatically. Same applies to the email address. So now I'll just go and enter an email address, demo and I forget demo at gmail.com. And I forgot add the rate of here intentionally. Now this is not a valid Gmail address, valid email address, I would say. I click on it and voila, you see, please include at the rate of in the email address. Okay, is missing an at the rate of. That's very important. So I just go ahead and say at the rate of, and now I can click submit. And there you go. It's working fine. Yeah, at least it's working fine. So now that's the default behavior we've got with HTML5. Thanks to HTML5 for allowing us to do automatic validation. It does it for you and you will save a lot of time coding these separately. Anyway, you can't code them here with the HTML because HTML is not a programming language. Moving next. So that was about the HTML5 and HTML difference. Let's move to the next tag, my personal favorite and the most powerful tag in the entire HTML. It's called block level elements. What are block level elements? Why are they used? The block level elements are used for designing and giving structure to our content. They themselves do not have a footprint on UI. So in the UI on the screen, you will not see them by themselves. You will see just they are structuring. So basically they are kind of layout. So you want, whenever you design a website, let's look at our website and about trainings. You will observe that when we design this website, we have proper structuring. All the modern websites which you see, Facebook, Twitter, Insta, they all have a proper structuring followed. Okay, you have a proper structuring. So when you come here to Anubhav trainings, you will see we have a proper structuring of the content. So you see a lot of structural elements. So it's grouping on the top, this guy, then you have this block again, then this is another block. So we have a structuring done website at different levels, right? This structuring is only possible when you use block level elements. All right, these are structural elements. They are the ones which are responsible for designing, for creating the proper block of areas. They are responsible for grouping your elements. Yeah, so we can group the elements together using this structure. There are only two elements in this category, 100% interview question. The first one comes is div tag. Very powerful. Let me tell you one secret. There is no single website on this planet, which does not use div tag. Yes, guys. It's so powerful. It's called division tag. My favorite interview question, what is div tag? Even I ask it to UI5 developers, when they say they already know UI5, I'll say, do you know HTML? Then they definitely have to say, yes, I know HTML, because they cannot deny the fact that they don't know HTML. How can they learn UI5? Because that's a foundation. So the division tag, the div tag, it's mainly a block level element. It is used to group similar types or similar family of elements. It always starts with a new line. Okay. So now you also eliminated the need for putting a BR tag separately. It starts always with a new line. The next one comes is span tag. Okay, this is called inline tag. As the name suggests, it is just like div used for grouping, but unlike div, it will not start in new line. So now come back. Let's see this. So I'm going to come back and let's go ahead and create here. So you see we are putting BR tag, right? We probably can skip that easily. So let me put this two elements. They are together, they are one family. So now we will put here div and we're going to nest these two gentlemen together inside. This is one family. Everybody, are you clear how to make family together using HTML elements, block level elements? This is how you make family in HTML. Another div, and now comes is another family is the Malhotras. Okay, these are Malhotras. So they are Guptas, Malhotras, and let's bring another one. So no need of BR anymore. We can go back div and let's bring Ambanis. Let's bring Ambanis. So that's the third family, Ambanis. All right. Everybody, are you clear? Line by line, step by step, no copy paste of code. Don't copy paste, please. You are cheating yourself if you're copy pasting. Are you clear? How did I made family of HTML elements together? Now, this will not bring you a specialized control on the UI. Rather, it will show you kind of a grouping. So now I'm going to come back and let's refresh. You will see we don't need to now separately put the BR tag. Still, the things are properly managed. You see submit button also came in a new line. And these group of elements are one family. This is one family and this is third family. So we have got three families over here. Everybody, this is how you create families. You can check the DOM, right click. You can inspect and you can also explore the family, the tree data structure, which we discussed about the DOM. And you see this is the first family, that's a tree, second family, third family. So these are the family. Now you can also give an identifier for a family. It's called class property. Yes, guys, it's called class property. Fundafox, guys, class property. When we use div or span, we can provide a property called class. Now, many people, the moment they hear the word class, they think, oh my God, class means object-oriented class, Anubhav? Is it object-oriented class? We have object and stuff. No, HTML is not a programming language. You cannot create a class in HTML. This class means classification. Basically, you're giving a family name. What classification do they belong to? Everybody, this is a very important point. Will you remember what does a class mean in HTML? Don't confuse, don't let yourself confuse with the class word which is used to create oops classes. No, that's not oops class. It is called classification. Everybody, are you with me? So far, so good. We can put a class now. I can go to here and I can say class, and this class is, let's say, Guptas. And then I can come here, say class, and I can say Malhotras. And then I can come and I can say class as maybe Khans. Yeah. So we can put like this different class. Everybody, are you clear? How did I give a class property to the div element? So this is now classification. You can say, I want to remove everything which is coming from family of Malhotra. I don't want to invite them to my family function. Yeah. So then I can just attack on this div and all these elements will disappear. I just attack on Malhotras and all of them disappears. Let me show you. Any Malhotra in the room, don't mind. All right. Let me come back and show you. I just refresh. So the benefit of it is they are grouped together. So you want to eliminate them, you can eliminate them once for all. So let's go back, inspect. So earlier you have to eliminate every element separately, but now you attack on this div, entire div, which is Malhotra. I can right click and I can say, please delete Malhotras. All the Malhotras are excluded. You see, they were group of input field and label. They all were excluded together. That's a grouping. Basically, it gives you a lot of advantage. You will see them powerful advantages later point of time. Yeah. So now coming back, no, div is not a br plus span. No, that's an incorrect interpretation. Okay. Now span tag is mainly in the same line. Now within Malhotras or within Khans, I may have different family of Khans further. So I can further group with a span tag, and a span tag does not start with a new line. So I can now further group here with the span tag, and I can say this particular span is SRK. Yes. And the next span is, let's say, Salman. I hope you are all clear how we are giving the further classification, further grouping, and then this one is maybe Amir. Yeah. All the three popular Khans, and we can put them right here like this. Everybody, are you clear how to put span tag? Will this start now in a new line, all these fields? Do you think all these three fields will come in new lines? No, span tag doesn't cause a new line. That's how you can group using inline element. It doesn't start a new line. So in spite of being in the group, does not start a new line. I'm going to save that, come back, refresh. You can just check. They will still remain in the same line. You see, they are also in the same line still. That's the benefit of span. Yet they are grouped together. You can wrap around the span tag and give a classification. This has a great advantage. You will realize that in coming class. Okay, in coming class you will realize. Let me create like this 3 groups over here on the top. So I'm going to create, watch out, I'm going to create a div with a class name as, let's say, give it as a box. You can give anything you like. Okay, you can give here or you can say superheroes. And then I can have another box inside which says class name. One of the superhero family is Spider-Man, and then another super family is, let's say, Iron Man family, robots. Yeah, so this is how you can create box. Yeah, so this is a box which has 2 sub box inside. Everybody, are you clear how you can give the classification, how can you give the families? So now I will name this as a little bit more intuitive, which people can understand. I can say box, and I can say this as box title, and this one I'll say box box content, something we can give like this. That's more intuitive. Rather than putting those superhero names, this is more intuitive. Yeah, this is more readable, more understandable. I'm going to move our H4 tag gentleman inside this here. And I'm going to move our paragraph gentleman inside this here. Yeah, over here. Fantastic. Look at this grouping. Look at the box structuring. How beautiful it looks. This is how you structure your content. This is how exactly every website is built. They structure their content properly with the div elements. And now can create similarly 3 boxes. 1, 2, and 3 boxes here. And we can go ahead and just change some of the abbreviations. What is CSS? So CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. It is used to format, beautify the HTML content. And the next comes is JavaScript. JS stands for JavaScript. It is used to browsers programming language. So there's a question here. Can you explain class tag again? There is no class tag in the HTML. There is no class tag. There is no class tag in HTML. There is nothing like this. Nowhere in HTML we have a class tag. Nowhere, no way, no way. This is not possible, impossible in HTML. There's no element called class tag at all. There is no element called class tag. There is a class property though, which is called classification. That's all. Yeah. That's called classification. Awesome. Let's come back and I'm going to save that. You're going to see 3 boxes coming on the UI. Let me go back on the top and refresh. And now, of course, you'll get them back to back over here. Don't be overwhelmed by these names right now. Just remember the names. You don't need to understand them. We'll cover them in detail. Now, if you can just check the DOM again, you will find the beauty of the DOM. It will be properly structured as a tree. So you can come down here and you will see here, you see those 3 boxes. Each box contain a sub box, one for title and one for content. So you see. So now suppose I want to eliminate the JS box. I don't have to go to individual element and remove. I can right click and say delete or hide directly over here. You see it's gone. Superb. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of the box. Fantastic. Fantastic. So that's how you work with the div elements. I hope this is clear. The block level elements mainly to structure our content. Nothing much. Okay, moving to the next tag, which is very, very close to my heart and very, very powerful though. Do you remember when you started using internet, when you want to play some song from internet, it used to ask you, hey, can you add this plugin to your browser? Guys, do you remember when you want to play some song on the internet, it used to give you a pop-up on the browser. Add this plugin to your browser, only then you can play the song. Sometime you play a video, it asks you add flash player. Add a flash player to your browser to play this video, right? Remember? So those were the old days when there were extra support which was needed by browser to play audio and video. HTML5 actually realized that pain. They have said that, okay, wow, people are consuming more audio and video content these days on internet. So let me introduce the new tag with HTML5, which was introduced to support direct audio and video. Yes, exactly. Direct audio and video support was provided. By HTML. Yes, guys, exactly. So how does that happens? So let me show you introduce you the audio tag, gentlemen and ladies in the house. So let me show you audio tag. And I will just also add a controls property to this audio tag to show the controls. Yeah. Now I'm going to save this, come back to the UI and refresh. And let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And now you see a beautiful audio player comes up on my UI. Why it's not playing any song for me? Anyone? Why it is not playing, allowing me to play the song? Why it's not allowing to play the song? Who will answer? I have given you the answer in last class. There was one Funda Fox. Perfect. Sabi has got the fastest and absolutely correct answer. This is called absolute learning, Sabi. Thank you so much. There is nothing like magic. What an answer, Sabi. Thank you so much for that. You have full attention to my classes. Thank you so much, Sabi. This is called attention to every minute detail. He has got perfectly pinpointing to the right answer. All right. So the reason is there's nothing like magic. Of course, we didn't give the file to play, which file to play, which music to play. And that's what the trickiest part is. You got to go to Google and find out some songs. So let me say, Tu Bhula Jise MP3 and just search on the internet. Is there any MP3 song of Tu Bhula Jise? I'm going to go to some website where they have this MP3 song embedded. And you see a similar control over here. Just going to right click and say copy audio address. Choose this option. I'm going to come back to our web page and I'm going to put here for this audio tag SRC, source of the audio boss. Where is the source? This is the source. I paste that URL over here. Come back and reload our web page. And now you can see a small play button, but it comes and runs away. There's a problem in my browser. I'm going to maybe run this in Mozilla Firefox. I think that it will run fine. So this is maybe my Chrome browser has an issue. It's not enabled the plugin. So I'll try to run this in Mozilla Firefox browser. All right. Let's run it in Mozilla Firefox. So I'm going to go back to Mozilla Firefox. Install all the 3 browsers in your computer. They will be helpful. All right. Many a times you want to see same result in the another browser. How does your app look like? you can actually do that. So at least have Mozilla, Chrome. Majority of the time we'll be using Chrome, but sometimes certain things are not supported by Chrome due to security issues. Certain website doesn't allow them to embed in the Chrome browser. So that's where the Chrome restrict you. So you can also go ahead and test in other browsers like Firefox or Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge browser. So I'm going to use here the Mozilla, and I'm going to put that URL of our web page over here. So not now. Just paste that. And it's not loading because I may have to restart my project and go back and put that here. It's not going to run that over here. Maybe what I can do is as simple as I can directly run this HTML file from my computer. Okay, I'm going to right click. I'm going to just export this, and you see this HTML file exported, and I'm going to just double click, and this runs directly over here. Okay, and now let's see. I just copy this address and I go to Firefox browser, and that's where I'm just trying to run. And if the URL of the audio file is not proper, then it's not going to play for you. Okay, so now you see it's coming up here, but still I cannot play because maybe the URL is not proper, guys. When I play, nothing happens. URL is not proper actually. Okay, URL is not proper. That's the problem happening. So maybe I have to go back and take a different URL. Maybe this URL itself is not proper. I'm going to go back, and you see it's also not showing it here as a play option. So this URL is not proper. Maybe you have to choose a different URL. Let me go back and just search. So some of the websites, they have used their own plugin. You can't embed their music in this. Like in this case, Ghana.com. Here you don't get that audio control. Okay, they use their own plugin, so you can't play the song using this URL. Okay, never do that. So I'm going to go back and find some relevant one where I can embed that. So maybe just go with the first one. Let's see. We should get exactly the similar control. Okay, and it should get here the time actually. Otherwise, you will not be able to play that. So let me just search little bit more to find out the exact URL of the song. So we need somehow that song URL. So it could be any song of your choice. But remember, the song has to be playable. And you see, again, I don't find any URL over here. I'm going to go back. And just search. So finding the URL is extremely difficult task. You know, it will not be straightforward. You cannot just simply take anything and embed it. Okay. So here again, we don't see the audio control. We only see the play button. They are using their own thing. Okay. And let me just check a little bit more. Finding exact control, we need to find it actually. We need to find exact control, the audio control. You will easily be able to figure out that this is the audio control which they have embedded in their website. So you can also take that address. Okay, somebody saying DJ Punjab website, you can find that. Let's try. We go DJ Punjab. So hopefully we should get the audio control. Until we not get the audio control, we'll not be able to do so. So we must get the audio control. Here also, yeah, we have audio control, but this is why it's not playing here. So basically we have to find a song which can be playable. Maybe I just go and check A.R. Rahman. Okay, let me see. Select the song and see if they allow me to load that song URL. So show here the playback time, guys. Then only I can copy and use that song URL. Otherwise, I'll not be able to play that. Okay, it's not showing any playback time, as you can see. It has to show the playback time. That's when we can. So let me search A.R. Rahman MP3, a legendary artist, and maybe okay. Somebody has given me a link. So let me just open that link if it's showing it there. So somewhere some playback must come. Okay. So here you see again the same audio control, but the playback is not coming. Okay. The time has to come. Is it a problem with my system? That playback is not coming. Maybe for you it's working fine. So maybe just play now and just let me just see some song from AR Rahman, an MP3 song. It's very difficult to find. Let me just go there. Any song. So it should come here, guys. Playback is not coming. There's some problem. Okay. There's some problem. So what you will do is when the playback is available, you can just right click, copy or address. I think there's a problem in this website. They're not able to play. So once you get that, okay, now it's coming. Now it's coming. I'm going to right click, copy the address, and you see it's coming. So I'm going to go back to our website and we will put that over here. Whatever song it is, I don't care. But there's some song which it is going to play for us. And let's run once again. Let's give it a try. So let's come back. And now you will be able to see, yes, 26 second playback. Let me play this. And you have audio control, video control. Wow. So that's the beauty of HTML5. Direct support for audio and video controls, guys. What an amazing melody. I hope you were able to hear that. So that's how you can embed audio controls as part of HTML5. Now, what about video control? We also have a video control. So let's go back and see adding a video just like this. And we'll say video tag. And we're going to put an address over here with controls so that people can control the volume, play and pause it. And we need a URL. So let me get a URL from W3C for this one. W3C school video. And we're going to get a big buck bunny video from W3C schools. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is a video tag. And I'm going to go back to W3C and just take this as a video here. And I'm going to right click and we'll just say copy video address and come back and just place that over here. So that's the address of that video on the internet. Come back and refresh. We will see exactly the same video will pop up on our website. Yeah. So now it's loading. Yes, there you go. This video, the big buck bunny video coming on your screen. I think I've copied the image address, not the video address. Let me copy the video URL. Copy video address. Yeah, that's what I have to do. Just close this guy. So it has got only the, I think, picture. Now just save this. Let's reload. It's not showing controls. Didn't I put control? It has to be controls. S must be there, guys. It's a plural. So now let's refresh. So we have got this video and now we got controls also. Let's play that. Oops. All right. Nice. Big Buck Bunny video. There you go, guys, on your screens with direct support of video tags. Thanks to HTML5. This was not available in the past. Okay. So what do you call controls for? If you don't put controls, you're not going to get this play button. You're not going to get this play button if you not put controls property. Okay. That property you have to put to get this play button, volume control, full screen. All this you get it when you put the controls. Only then you're going to get that. Okay. So that's about the video tag support. Now, can YouTube video be embedded using video tag? Answer is no, you cannot. Okay. For that, we have another option. I'll show you that. But before that, let's move to the next control called table in HTML5. So table control, very popular. You can use table. A table is consist of two parts. One is called table header and another is called table body. So let's put table header, T head, and then we put T body, table body. So table header contains table row and only one table row which will contain table headings. So you have table headings now like this. These are table headings. So in these table headings, let's put, let's say song name, and then you put artist name, and then you can say rock on. So now we're going to put table body. So I'm going to put here table record. tr tag, and then you will be putting td tag table data. So we have 3 columns, so we will be putting 3 tds accordingly. Okay, 3 tds accordingly. And I'm going to repeat my table row maybe 2 times. And now let me put the song name. So I say best song forever. And this is nothing but One Direction. And then we will have, of course, audio, which you can add it later by finding this song mp3 on the internet. And then comes is the next record is, let's say, One Day Matram. And then comes is none other than AR Rahman. And then you can put, of course, an audio tag. Once again with controls property, so that play pause controls can come. That becomes our table. Fantastic. Let's go back and look at the result on the UI. I'm going to refresh. You're going to see a beautiful table coming up, popping on your screen. There you go. You can see that's our table with the columns and rows. But hey, hold on, Anubhav. There is no vertical and horizontal separation. What to do, Anubhav? What to do? And that's exactly our next chapter is. Our next chapter is about CSS. That's what the CSS will do, guys. All of this page looks dirty. It looks so dirty, you see. There is no coloring, no formatting, no artistic effect, no background color, no borders, no prettiness in this page. It looks so dirty. It doesn't even look like a table. Yeah. That's where the CSS comes into picture, which is our next topic of this foundation phase. All right, we will be covering that in the next class. Moving to the last tag, iframe tag. Very powerful tag in the world of HTML. Iframe tag, guys. Very, very powerful. I'm going to put that at the end maybe. So what I want to do is I want to bring another HTML document in my HTML document. Yes. I want to bring another HTML document in my HTML document. How do we do that? Another HTML document in my HTML document. That's called iframe tag. It is used to bring other HTML document in your HTML document. And now you can put src from where it has to come. So I'll say I want to embed complete HTTP www.anubhavtrainings.com. I want to integrate anubhavtrainings.com. Yeah, and width of this is gonna be, let's say, 100%, and the height is this gonna be maybe 800 pixels. So that's it. I'm gonna save this. Watch out, guys. Iframe tag, very powerful. I'm gonna come back, reload the page. So where did my page go? Here it is. Come back and just reload. Watch out. It's going to load Anubhav trainings embedded in our website, in our web page. This is our web page. And if you come down a little down, and voila, you see Anubhav trainings is loading inside that box. That's called iframe, guys. That's the power of iframe. Fantastic. Everybody, are you clear how to bring one HTML document in another HTML document? So my website is HTML. Facebook is also HTML. Twitter is also HTML. Insta is also HTML. Google, Gmail, G Drive, YouTube, everything is an HTML. Everything, because browser only and only understand HTML, my friends. Browser do not understand anything else. So you can bring that HTML over here and embed that. Fantastic. Everybody, are you clear? Everyone in the room, are you clear how to bring the HTML in another? And that's exactly how I have embedded these YouTube videos on my website. On Anubhav Trainings, this is how we embedded. So how did I do that? Just right click on any YouTube video. You can also go to YouTube directly. So maybe I just go to YouTube. And now here you will find a YouTube video playing. I'm going to embed this YouTube video on my web page. That's what I want to achieve. How do I do that? Just go to any YouTube video, right click on the video. Let me skip up this ad. I don't know why are they showing so many ads on my web page. All right, let's right click. And now you see copy embed code option. Copy embed code. Copy embed code. Go back and now just paste it. Wow. Just paste it. That's it. That's it, guys. You see, it got you an iframe. Wow, fantastic. Look at that. This is how YouTube videos are integrated. Width, height, and you see the URL, http://youtube.com, embed, and the address, the unique ID of the YouTube video. That's a unique ID. Okay, that's how they've got the YouTube embedded. Now come back, and maybe gonna put this iframe above my website so we can check that. So it's gonna embed now that YouTube video on our web page. So that's how I have integrated all the YouTube videos on anubhavtrainings.com. This is how we can do. I just refresh, and wow, there you go. YouTube video coming up on Anubhav Trainings. Of a YouTube video is coming as part of our web page. You can play that here. Fantastic. Everybody, I hope you're clear how to bring a YouTube video as part of your web page. This is how you can exactly do this. This is exactly how you can bring it. Yeah. This is how exactly you can bring a YouTube video. This is called embedding a YouTube video. Just close that. So that's about YouTube video. So I hope you understood most of the controls in HTML and HTML5. We talked about the most interesting and top used controls in the world. Again, the purpose is to not become a website developer. Purpose is to become a UI5 and Fiori consultant. To become that, this is the foundation. In the next class, we'll start with cascading style sheet. Let's try to give some exercise now. Exercise for today's class. Let me give it that right away here. Exercise number 2. Design a web page with personal details of an employee, which includes following fields: name, last name, street, city, country, postal, and contact number. This is what you have to design: a form, beautiful form, which should allow you to enter these following details in the form. Utilize the power of div tags to structure your content beautifully on a straight form like a display. That's what you have to do as part of your exercise in today's session. The second exercise: create a stream of 3 back-to-back YouTube videos from below channel. So take any 3 random video from my channel and just put them back to back in a straight line. Okay. Take any 3 video, go to Anubhav Roy, this channel, and take any 3 videos, put them back to back in a straight line. I want them to in a straight line, guys. Understand this requirement, very important, in a straight line. Create a stream of 3 back-to-back videos, YouTube videos from below channel in straight line. Very important. I hope this is clear. Exercise, 2 exercises, same web page, on single web page. You can complete them one by one. Okay. Should it play one after another? No. It should just be placed on the UI in a straight line like this. It should come like this: first video, second video, third video. Yes, horizontally. That's how you want to place them. All right. So this is the requirement. So these are the this is the exercise number for class numbers 404. So when you are downloading it, put it 04 underscore your name underscore the topic name, whatever topic it was, HTML for example. You can put like that. Thank you so much once again. Time for your questions one by one.
I know.
You need to create one web page. This will be one web page exercise. Yes, please go ahead with your question.
So for this assignment, we need to create in the one page, like in a single page?
Yes.
Both?
Yes. Both of them in single page.
After this assignment, how can I submit? I mean, on which email address I need to send the...
Okay, this was covered in the last class. Anyway, I'll repeat it. So what you need to do is just export your project from here and then rename your project in the format like, for example, today's was class number 4. So it should be 04 underscore your name underscore the topic. So according to me, suppose my name is Bala. So I will say 04 Bala underscore. Topic name is HTML basics day 2. Something like this. You can put it, you can put topic name, anything of your choice. This way will not have name conflicts. So multiple people submitting same assignment will never have a name conflict because your name is inside, and I will also know who submitted, who completed or not. And once that is done, you downloaded this zip file. Okay. You downloaded this zip file. You will upload it in drive.google.com. Upload there the zip file. Okay, and then just share it with me. So there is a share button. Click on share button and enter email address anubhav.abap@gmail.com. This is my email address. So that's how you can just put it, and I will be notified automatically. You don't have to do anything else. I will get to know because I know now 04 means it's today's class. Yeah, 04th class. This way I get to know automatically which class assignment you are submitting. So you don't have to write a separate email, and all that is not needed. And then
how can I verify whether you have received or not? Can I check from my end?
So there is a, when you're sharing a drive folder with somebody, you will see there's a notify option. Okay. That is how you get to know that that person was notified or not. For example, if I come here and if I choose any file on my Google Drive, for example, any file if I choose, then what will happen is, let's say temporary backup. I just choose this. There's this share button which will come. So there you will get an option to notify the person. So I can click on this share button. You see the share button. So just upload in the Google Drive, and there's a share button here. And in the share button, now you just enter the person's email ID. Yeah, suppose anubhav.abap@gmail.com. That you put it, and you see notify person and say send. It will automatically send an email. That's how you have to do it.
Okay. So I believe I can get my sharing on your solution as well. Or not?
Yes, my solutions are uploaded in our training blog. You can download them right away after the class from here. So you can go to our training blog as usual. And as I showed you at the beginning of today's class, go to PPT material. This is where by default you will always get. So the moment I end the class, after 5 minutes, you get the solution here. Our today's class 04 now. So you'll get 04 foundation.zip over here. And this will be updated every day. You see, it was updated yesterday. Last modified. So you will see an update here. Today's date will come. Okay. So this is where you can see all the my code which I am coding here. What I usually do, right click, export, and then I've got this, and I just rename this accordingly to the class number 04 today's class. So I will upload it here, and then you can download it. And this way we'll have everything up to date in the system on regular basis. And this is where you guys can see the recording of the last class. Those who have missed, many people have enrolled yesterday. It took some time for them to decide, but that's fine. I respect that. You have to take time to just see if this guy is not a cheat, because there are many cheats in the market, which is fine. Take your time. But this is where you can see the previous class videos. Yeah. You can see, and today's class is happening. So after 4 hours, you'll get today's class, and accordingly, you will keep getting daily class doses over here, daily videos into the session recordings tab. Okay, that's how we can do things. I hope that answers your questions. Next question, please. So it's okay to not have a question if you understood everything. Please practice and get me the exercise. With that, thank you so much once again. Catch you up in the next class. Have a nice day and goodbye.